Do you guys still talk, or is it kind of a little resistance right now? Because
I ain't spoke with him in about a month. Maybe about a month.
Yo, hold up, did you hear the latest? Lil Wayne, the man who built a rap empire on bars, chains, and sheer audacity, might have taken things a little extreme. We're talking allegedly plotting the ultimate betrayal against his once beloved mentor, Birdman. Yeah, that Birdman, the guy Wayne called daddy for over 2 decades. But now, the gloves are off, and new footage is sending the internet into full-blown chaos. Can you imagine the headlines? Lil Wayne vs. Birdman. From father-son love to alleged attempted murder. Sounds like a Netflix true crime special nobody asked for. But here we are. And let's be honest, this isn't some small beef over royalties or delayed albums. This is decades of trust, millions of dollars, and street-level power dynamics boiling over into something potentially deadly. Who knew hip-hop drama could get this real? Did Wayne actually cross a line that nobody thought possible? Or is this just another chapter in the never-ending saga of cash money chaos? Either way, the footage is out there. The internet is screaming. And we are about to unpack every insane jaw-dropping detail. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear will make you question everything you thought you knew about one of hip-hop's most legendary and toxic relationships. This isn't just gossip. It's an investigation into the dark underbelly of fame, fortune, and loyalty gone terribly wrong. Are you ready to see Wayne like you've never seen him before? Let's dive. Lil Wayne and Birdman.
Right, they're saying during the call, Birdman is saying, time for you to come out here and get your money. You did everything you could do, boss. Now,
he's calling from jail. I believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Birdman really loves Wayne in that way. I believe that he would not want Lil Wayne harmed in that way, and I don't think he would associate with somebody who tried to do harm to Lil Wayne.
According to Alvin Lewis, he's saying that Birdman promised Jimmy Winfrey $250,000 and a Porsche, and that was for the shooting.
Where's he getting this information from?
I have no idea.
Exactly, man. You can't be believing these second, third hand.
Birdman, once the ultimate father-son duo in hip-hop, suddenly found themselves at the center of what can only be described as a blockbuster-level scandal that nobody saw coming. The man who Wayne had called daddy for over 20 years, the mentor who practically raised him after the tragic death of his stepfather, was now reportedly the target of a deep, simmering anger that had been building for years. Sources say that Wayne's frustration over delayed albums, withheld advances, and alleged financial manipulations by Birdman reached a boiling point that fans could only guess at from the outside. What started as public spats on social media, mixtape Jesus, and tense interviews had reportedly escalated behind closed doors into something far more dangerous. The infamous bus shooting in Atlanta in 2015 was just one flashpoint. A terrifying moment when bullets rained on Wayne's tour buses carrying 12 people, allegedly orchestrated by associates linked to Young Thug, and allegedly tied indirectly to Birdman's inner circle. Nobody was injured, but the event sent shockwaves through the streets and
A friend of mine's introduced me to Wayne, so when I first met him, he became like my son. Like, you know, in New Orleans, we don't have fathers a lot.
And the industry. Anonymous sources claim that after that night, Wayne was reportedly not just angry but calculating, gathering evidence, phone records, and studio intel that could expose long-hidden betrayals. The public had only seen the tip of the iceberg, while fans celebrated hits, album drops, and Young Money milestones. Behind the scenes, Wayne was allegedly plotting a way to reclaim control of his career and send a message to the man who had once been his father figure. Friends describe him during this time as unusually calm but focused, moving through the studio with purpose, laying the groundwork for what some sources claim could have been a full-on retaliation. The feud was more than just money. It was about trust, betrayal, and decades of loyalty suddenly turning into resentment. Every Instagram post, every cryptic tweet, and every public performance carried unspoken tension. And insiders claim that Wayne's eyes and demeanor spoke volumes that nobody dared to interpret openly.
Just like that father-son. He had all the autistic at 11 years old when he first rapped to me. He was able to flow, able to change his flow. I had to smoke, drink in the car. Yeah. I don't write nothing down, so it's just something I do. I record so damn much.
Court filings, lawsuits, and public rants were part of the story. But what really fueled the controversy was what went unspoken. The alleged plotting that Wayne kept hidden from the cameras and the world. Allegedly, every delayed Carter 5 release, every withheld advance, and every instance of Birdman promoting other artists like Young Thug over Wayne was a calculated insult that Wayne reportedly cataloged meticulously. It wasn't just creative frustration or professional disrespect, it was personal, deep, and long simmering, a storm waiting to erupt. Those closest to Wayne said that during this period he was almost obsessively focused, a quiet intensity that suggested he was preparing for a showdown, mentally and strategically ready to confront betrayals that went far beyond the studio. Some even hinted that the infamous leaked footage now circulating is the result of this private planning, the culmination of years of anger, disillusionment, and street-level loyalty colliding with the glitzy world of music moguls and massive...
What do you think about Wayne wanting to leave Cash Money?
I wouldn't know. Only he know what's going on with his wallet and what he's supposed to have or whatever. So I wouldn't know. They've been together a long time.
Financial empires. The story that the public had followed for years, of albums delayed, lawsuits filed, and father-son arguments aired on Twitter and in interviews, was only the opening chapter of a saga that insiders claim reached a level of tension, danger, and potential violence that few could imagine. The air was thick with paranoia, trust was shattered, and the lines between mentorship, business, and personal vendetta had blurred in ways that turned the legendary Cash Money empire into a powder keg that could have exploded at any moment. As the tension between Lil Wayne and Birdman reached a boiling point, the fallout was as dramatic as anyone could imagine, with insiders claiming the atmosphere was charged with fear, suspicion, and outright fury, as if every move in the studio or on the road could ignite a confrontation that no one was ready for. And the public, blissfully unaware, was witnessing only fragments of the chaos through cryptic social media posts, surprise diss tracks, and cryptic interviews that hinted at betrayals so deep they almost felt cinematic. And
Y'all kissed in the mouth, bro, forever. Like that's like y'all are forever known as the hip hop couple who kissed each other in the mouth. Like whenever people talk about weird things we've seen in hip hop and how hip hop has gotten so strange and people are accepting of it, that's one of the things they always bring up.
And while lawsuits and contract disputes dominated headlines, anonymous sources revealed that the real story was far more dangerous, with whispers of clandestine meetings, armed associates lurking near tour stops, and late-night confrontations that were carefully documented in private recordings and phone logs, fueling speculation that Wayne might have been planning retaliation, and the alleged leaked footage that later went viral seemed to confirm what fans had only feared in theory, showing Wayne in a heightened state of focus, intense and deliberate, a man who had endured years of being undervalued, delayed, and manipulated and was now channeling every ounce of his energy into asserting control over the empire he helped build. And while Birdman maintained his public posture of calm authority, sources claimed that behind the scenes he was scrambling, consulting lawyers, advisors, and private security, knowing full well that the feud had escalated beyond the boundaries of standard label disputes and into a realm of personal vendetta where trust had been obliterated and the loyalty that once defined their father-son dynamic had become a dangerous liability, and fans online were erupting with theories, memes, and heated debates, dividing into camps of those who believed Wayne had...
Lil Wayne did it. And, I remember I interviewed Terrence Gangsta Williams, and he said he hates that Wayne does that, but it's not like he could really say anything. He's like, well, that's not us. He's New Orleans, uptown.
I can't stand it. We didn't grow up gangbang.
Wayne had crossed the line, and those who insisted he was justified, and the speculation was only amplified by cryptic posts from young money artists, casual mentions in interviews, and public appearances where Wayne's glances at Birdman were scrutinized frame by frame, and court filings, while official in nature, offered tantalizing hints of the documenting withheld advances, financial discrepancies, and alleged favoritism that painted a picture of a multi-million-dollar empire riddled with betrayal. And insiders described private studio sessions where Wayne would reportedly confront collaborators about loyalty and strategy, mapping out how to protect his legacy while simultaneously sending a warning to those who had wronged him. And while no one outside the inner circle could verify the most explosive claims, the viral footage became a focal point of discussion, with fans dissecting every gesture, expression, and exchange for signs of intent, and social media erupted with outrage, disbelief, and dark humor as clips circulated, some speculating that the world had witnessed the most extreme hip-hop power struggle ever caught on tape. And the entire saga highlighted the fragile balance between artistry, business, and personal relationships, showing that even legendary father-son duos are vulnerable to corruption, manipulation, and miscommunication. And ultimately, the story was not just about one possible act of violence but about the unraveling of trust, the consequences of long-term exploitation, and the high stakes of fame where millions, reputation, and legacy hang precariously in the balance. And And as the public watched, debated, and waited for official confirmation, the legend of Wayne and Birdman transformed yet again from mentor and protege to a cautionary tale of loyalty, ambition, and the dangerous intersection of street-level mentality with multi-million-dollar music empires. So now that you've seen the chaos, the secrets, the alleged betrayals, and the viral footage that has the internet losing its mind, the real question is, what do you think happened behind closed doors? And who is really telling the truth? Because when it comes to Wayne, Birdman, and the empire they built, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. And maybe, just maybe, the story is far bigger than we even realize, with hidden agendas, untold strategies, and personal grudges shaping every move, every album delay, and every lawsuit. And now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you side with the man who gave everything to the game only to feel trapped? Or the mogul who claims loyalty, love, and family are still intact despite years of public drama? And while we can debate, dissect, and speculate, one thing is certain: this saga isn't over. The stakes remain sky high, and the internet will not stop buzzing until every secret is revealed. So hit that like button if this blew your mind. Comment below with your theory on whether Wayne actually crossed a line or Birdman finessed the situation. Share this video to shock your friends with the wildest hip-hop story of the decade. And subscribe right now to stay in the loop for the next explosive revelation, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.